Neville Longbottom is dating Khaleesi. That's a win in my book. Beautiful geekies, and welcome to my review of Me Before You. Directed by Thea Sharrock, it is based on the book by Jojo Moyes and written by Jojo Moyes herself. And this stars Emilia Clarke, Sam Claflin, Matthew Lewis, Jenna Coleman, Janet McTeer, Charles Dance, and Stephen Peacock, among many others. And this is a story of a small town girl, played by Emilia Clarke, who finds a job to take care of this man who has been paralyzed from the waist down, played by Sam Claflin. From then on, the movie becomes about their relationship and them growing with each other and connecting to each other in more ways than one. Let's start with the performances. Emilia Clarke is really good in this movie. I won't say she's great, because there are many times her facial expressions and her reactions and her outbursts of either happiness or sadness or anger can get to you, because her facial expressions kinda can be considered exaggerated. However, in my personal opinion, I think they fit with the character. She's a very innocent person, a very pure person at that, and I think that made Emilia Clarke perfect for the role. She's not dumb, she's not gullible, she's actually really smart, but there's this kind of purity in the way the character is written that really works in the movie. And yes, one time or another, her facial expressions do seem a little over the top, let's say, but in the tone of the movie and for the character herself, it worked. Sam Claflin, without the shadow of a doubt, is the best performance in this movie. He is so good, and the guy has to sit down and not move at all throughout the whole 90 minutes, so imagine how filming this movie was for him. He is paralyzed from the neck down. In the beginning of the movie, 2 minutes in, he gets into the accent. From then on, he doesn't move. But he is your emotional core to this movie, and he does represent the mature way of thinking that this movie has. The real adult mentality of this script and of this direction is portrayed through Sam Claflin as an actor and his character as well. Jenna Coleman, Matthew Lewis, Charles Dance, Janet McTeer, Stephen Peacock, they're all great in the movie and they create for a nice little ensemble. But the movie does really focus on Emilia Clarke and Sam Claflin and their characters growing with each other. And that's a very important part because, as I said, this movie has a very adult and mature way of thinking. It deals with some issues that I was personally surprised by, so I won't spoil them for you guys, but it's really hard to pinpoint the genre of this movie because it is definitely not a drama. I won't say this movie is a drama because it is just too cheerful and too full of life to be considered a drama. And it's not a comedy because it deals with some heavy issues, and it does not really become a dramedy to me. It's really different. It is definitely a romantic movie, but it never becomes hokey or corny or played by the numbers. This movie just has a charm to it that seems so different, and the photography really helps. There are some beautiful shots and some beautiful cinematography spread throughout this movie. It is really great. The characters are also great, and I will not spoil to you, but the story really deals with some issues that you don't see a lot in movies nowadays, especially in this genre of movies. As I said, not a dramedy, not a comedy, not a drama, but really a romantic movie, a movie that is cheerful but also can deal with some heavy issues without banging you in the head with it over and over again. The movie does have one or two little issues with the pacing because in the third act, one or two aspects of the movie really resolve a little too quick for me, and at times it does start being boggled down by some pop songs that start playing. Don't get me wrong, these songs are good. There's Ed Sheeran songs and some other not so well known bands out there that play in this movie. They just didn't fit the movie. I would rather have had some songs that were part of the score composed by someone to really emphasize the emotional feeling that we were supposed to be feeling in each of the scenes that were boggled a little bit down through pop songs. I was actually really surprised at the maturity of this movie. I love the photography, I love the characters and the performances. The direction is surprisingly good, and I never heard of this book, but it actually got me interested in reading it. And because of all those reasons, Me Before You definitely deserves an Amazeballs rating. What did you think of Me Before You? Did you like it? Did you not? Did you read the book before it? Let me know all that in the comments below. And what do you think of the real issues that are dealt with in this movie? Let me know all that in the comments below. And guys, I can't wait, guys. I am watching Suicide Squad on Wednesday and definitely bring you a non-spoilers review for that, followed by a review for Bad Moms, and a spoilers review again for Suicide Squad before the Q&A, to which you still have time to ask your questions. There's hashtag Squad Q&A like it is in the description below, and also go to the description to stalk me on the internet by going to my Facebook or my Instagram or my Pop Price Guide page. Those are all the links in the description below. I hope you go check them out. And before this review, I did many others, so I hope you go check them out as well. And maybe before Suicide Squad, you might get just one more review. So I hope to see you there in all those reviews and special videos, and even the ones I did before this, right here on the Geekness Overlord channel. Cheers!